crux of it. That run right there is what makes Clapton's Tears in Heaven what it is. The simplicity of it. It sounds really complicated, but it's really not. Once you figure out where it's going and know what the chords are and can make them through this voicing as opposed to what the regular is, because it's just an A, E, F sharp, D, not complicated, but making it through this lightness of voicing, that's what makes the song sing. And here's how this thing works. Because it's just an A, your thumb lives in the 6th and 5th strings pretty much the entire song. There's only a couple strums the entire way. You're picking most of the time. Your first 2 fingers, index and mid, live either on the 3rd and 2nd string, and very rarely down on the high ones. You don't use your first string, a whole lot in the entire song. You kind of live around 3 and 2. There's only one time I put that in, and that's because it's what Clapton does at the very end, because he ends it, you get one time on that 6th string, the 1st string, for that really high note at the end. But to get this the right way, you start out just with an A chord, and you're going to do a hammer when you take one finger and slam it down on the string to get a new note. Pulls, we're going to do the second, is when you do the opposite. You remove a finger to get a note. Sometimes you do both, one after the other. But in this case, you start, you have that A chord, you're going to lift off your first finger and come here and have it hover above the 2nd fret where that F sharp would normally be. You hammer it down there after you pluck it with your thumb. So pluck that E, hammer, and then you remove it and pluck the 5th string to get that A. So that first move, that known move at the beginning of the song is just there. First finger plucks 3 for that octave A. Then here's a hammer pull, okay? You're going to use your mid to pluck the 2nd string. That's the 3rd where this finger is on your fretboard. You pluck that 3rd. Your pinky is going to do a hammer pull in front of it, so you get here. Sounds like could be like a bend, but and when you get it, you pluck, hammer, and pull almost immediately after. And that's the beginning of that run. You do those in succession. So here it is slowly, okay? You're going here. And you come back with that first finger on that octave. Again, you're here. So you're going like this. I'll try to make sure so you can see here and up here at the same time. Okay? Then it's just either plucking all 3 of these together and then you thumb and the 2. Bum cha cha. You'll hear how it rolls. Your next chord is actually an E chord, but you're not using this voicing. You're using the higher voicing where you have your first finger on the 4th fret to give it that E, but the G, the 3rd, is in the bass. The G sharp is. Your mid is on the 3rd string, also on the 4th fret. Then your ring finger is on the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And those are the only 3 strings you're using. Thumbs on 6, 1st and 2nd are on 3 and 2 respectively. So you hit them all 3. So you just hit thumb, 3 and 2 on the strings respectively, so that you're going to play It's just an E chord, just voiced differently. That's what's so neat about it. Okay? So you go here. You hit those three together. So it's kind of both thumb, fingers, thumb. Slide down to an F sharp chord, but you're just, again, using those three fingers. Index on 2, ring and mid also on 2nd fret, but you're on 6, 3, 2. Same thing with these, 6, 3, 2. Together, thumb, fingers, thumb, together, thumb, fingers, thumb. Then you're going to do what you did for that E chord, but have it be a D chord. And then during that, you end up letting go of that because you do it for a second one. Let go of this first finger to give that kind of stepping down effect for that. Then you come back there for that D chord, shift your ring finger up 1 fret to the 3rd. So you're making that high voice D chord. Let go of your first finger, all three, thumb, switch it to the top strings on an E7 chord, so your ring finger stays where that D was, your index is on the 3rd string on the 1st fret, and then you just pluck that open E. Then you do it again. For the rest of that, now that quote chorus part where you get those lovely phrases in the song, you're here. You go back to that F sharp, slide up, so you've got your first finger on 5, 5th string on the 4th fret, sorry, and then your pinky and your ring are on the 3rd and 2nd string on the 6th fret. It's a C sharp major all the way up here. So your thumb's plucking 5, and these two fingers are still on 3 and 2. Together, thumb, ring, slide, and I actually let go of everything up here. You're just doing an E minor, which is weird because you're in A, but it fits the progression. These two on 3 and 2, thumb on 6. Now instead of the F sharp minor, which is what you've been doing, switch them. You want to take your mid, put it on the 2nd string on the 2nd fret. Your ring finger is going to go on the 3rd string on the 3rd fret to make it an F sharp major. Slide these 3 fingers, slide your first finger down 1 to the 5th fret, slide these 2 both 1 fret over, and you're making a B minor. Still, thumb on the 5th string, 3rd, 2nd string, but because of where these are, it's those 3 main chords for a B minor. Slide it down to that E7 with just your 2 fingers. Thumb is on that open E. Days in heaven. And once you have that, that's the entire rest of the song. That's all of it, except there's that fun little bridge that makes a detour into the key of C. I'll show you that real quick. But for the most of it, you're just here. Know my name. Is that bit? If I saw you in heaven, would it be the same? F sharp major, I know, B minor, I don't belong, E7, here in heaven. Yeah, and that's how you're going to put the whole thing together. There are some, you got to make sure of the timing. The end of each one of those phrases, here in heaven. It's not on the word heaven. You start to say heaven, and then you do that. Here in heaven. Yeah, so you can line that up. Now, the bridge. When you get to this A, again, you do a run from this A, hammer on the second fret to get a B, then you flip it to a C major chord. You get that top string, you add in that ring finger to pluck the top string, thumb is plucking just the root of whatever chord you're on. You go C, G, A minor, D, regular voice, D, okay? Then you get G, D9 with the F sharp and the bass, E minor, back to that D9 with the F sharp and the bass, C, G, A minor, D, G, step down that D there, and then there's your pretty much your only strum in the entire song, a solid E major chord. Back there. What I like to do on that one though, when you get there, is that second phrase of the bridge. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees. E minor, D, right? Time can break your heart, leave you begging please, begging please. That out if you're able to, because it makes it so much better. Then you don't have another one, you have that kind of pseudo chorus sound. You come back here to that F sharp. Beyond the door, there's peace I'm sure, 'cause I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Repeat the first verse and first chorus one more time, then you get to the end. Then here's how I do this. You pluck each chord of this A major, use that little hammer pull, hit the top string, 1, and then slide it all the way up to get that top A, so you're like this on the very end. Go here. The third, and the hammer pull. E, slide that ring finger down to hit that F sharp, slide your pinky all the way over here for that top A. So that part again right there is hit that E7, then you're here. And if you don't touch that low A, it'll ring through that entire final chord. Have fun. I know people know it, and now you can pluck along with it too.